Hi, Scott Orlin with Cinema Magazine. We've all read Winnie the Pooh, and we are now going to get a little insight into how this actually came about. A beautiful new film called Goodbye Christopher Robin, and the star of the movie, Domhnall Gleeson.
So first you got my name right. Thank you very much. Yeah, killed it.
First of all, what did you know? I mean, as a child, I'm sure growing up you had the experience of maybe reading Winnie the Pooh, but the backstory of how it came to creation.
I knew absolutely nothing about it, and actually hadn't read the books really until I got the film. So he was always in the background of my imagination, but I knew nothing about how it had happened, and then kind of couldn't believe it when I read about it. It's a really interesting, sad, beautiful story.
And it's funny too, because we talk about where inspiration comes from. I mean, you're an artist, and here was this writer, it was right in front of him the whole time, and it just took some quirk of nature, so to speak, for him to be inspired.
Yeah, I think he'd suffered a lot of damage. Alan had a lot of damage done to him. He'd seen the worst things that men can do to other men, the worst of humanity, and then through his son he slowly began to see the best, the other side of it, and that's what kind of brought about these sparks. So there's conflict at the start of it, and then the beauty is what brings it out of him, and I think that's a kind of a good lesson for our times.
And you know, he's actually a real person, Milne, but so little is known of what he really looked like or what he sounded like. As an actor, how much do you, I mean, you don't want to copy him and do something like that, but how much were you able to tap into who this man really was?
Well, there were lots of photographs of him. He was quite severe looking and was older by the time he'd had Christopher Robin than we have in the story, because we have to go over a certain amount of years, you know. Some of it's conflated, because otherwise it would be like a 17-year movie. So listening to him and looking at him was very helpful for his mood, and reading about him through Christopher Robin's books. And then it was just about walking around where he had walked around and trying to get your hands on some stuff that he had been near and just try and get the essence of him, I suppose, you know.
And just a fun question, was there something in your own childhood, you know, some imaginary character or some toy that you had, that if you had the opportunity to write a book and use these characters, would there be tangible creations that you could have?
Well, I liked Bran the dog. I had Bran the dog, but there were books about Bran the dog already, so I probably will be sued for copyright infringement. But I would have liked to have written about Bran the dog. He was my favourite. He was really cool.
Just the last quickie, and I know you can't say much. Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Go on.
How different was it for you this second time to step in? Because obviously the first time, not that you're reinventing a wheel, but everything was new characters, new brought in. Was it an easier segue making the second one?
Yeah, I mean, there were fewer decisions to make early in the process because the characters already been created, and then it's just about how Ryan played with all these characters and created new ones. So I really enjoyed it. I hadn't done that before. The 2 Harry Potter films I did shot back to back. I've never done a sequel, so it was kind of brilliant turning up and already having a lot of the work done, and then seeing how you can play with him without those nerves of, you know, have I made the right choice here? It was really, really good fun. I enjoyed it very much.
Domhnall, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you very much.
Terrific
Appreciate
movie.
it.
Goodbye Christopher Robin, the film, and this is Scott Orlin. Until next time.